Okay, welcome back to part 2 of our little engine build. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking the JB weld and I'm putting it on the inside of the threads. You could use red Loctite to secure the threaded inserts, because basically what I'm doing is I'm just adjusting the stud pattern for my horizontal cylinder. So stock China spacing is 45 by 45. This is 50 by 50. So that's why I'm simply filling the holes and retapping them. I'm going to be going with an M6 size, so it's a little bit smaller. So now we're going to be using a bit of brake clean. You always want to make sure your metal surface is quite prepped. You don't want any dirt or overspray, anything like that on it. So here I've crazy glued the two pieces together. This is going to keep it perfectly flat. You can see I got those little holes drilled from the last episode to help the JB weld get a little bit of grab and bite properly. And you can see once I push it in, it fits pretty dang good, and make sure your cardboard insert is installed. So this whole part of the video kind of went to crap. So I used the JB Weld quick weld, the yellow and black tube of stuff, and I didn't realize it was probably made for plastic or something, because once it fully dried, it didn't stick very good. So I just stopped being cheap and I went and bought the real JB Weld, and after that I got it to stick properly. So from here on out, what I'm going to do is cut those studs flush. You could use an angle grinder or a sawzall. Now we're going to be tapping our 50 by 50 holes. So what I did is I used the head gasket as a template, the head gasket that came with the cylinder kit, and then I just laid it over top and then marked it with a Sharpie. And you want to drill the holes 14.5 mil deep, and then just simply tap it with a 4.5 mil drill bit. Moving on to the case itself, so now we're going to drill out the holes for the mounting bolts for the reed block. And here's a clip of me showing the aluminum pieces falling off, so I learned my lesson and never used the quick weld. So I went to my local hardware store, and you want to cut your studs to 110 millimeters, and then you're just going to mark it with a Sharpie. And I used a bolt cutter because I find it works quite well. So that's going to do for part 2. In the next video, we're going to mount up the reed block, paint it, put the clutch in it, crankshaft, everything like that. If it's, you can tell where I'm going to paint it orange, you could probably make a pretty obvious guess of what bike it's going in. But yeah, it's going to definitely be a sweet ride, and going to make probably 3 times the power. So got to make sure my wheels are up for the task. But that's going to wrap up today's video. If you guys like what you saw, make sure to give me a like and comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.